I'm here with President Armstrong following our 2013 homecoming at Thomas More, and this is your first homecoming. We'd like to ask you a few questions. First, what do you remember about your homecoming from your high school or college?
Wow, well, I have a lot of memories. I actually talked about a couple of my memories at the Alumni Association Awards brunch on Sunday. And one of those was back when I had my 20th school reunion, which was in 2006. My class had not come back a lot at Mercyhurst University, and so I wrote a 2-page letter pleading for all my classmates to come back, and they ended up having one of their biggest homecomings ever. And I actually had one of the people that worked at the college kind of make fun of my letter because it was so long and heartfelt, and I had lost a brother that year, and so I talked about that, how you never know what the next day is going to bring, and so you need to come back and give back. And so I'm walking around at the game, and I notice a guy coming up to me who I'm like, I know who he is, I'm not sure. And he comes up and he introduced himself, and he's got a strong, thick Afrikaner accent. And I'm like, oh man, he was on our rowing team, and he was from South Africa. He said, Dave, he goes, I have not been back to the college in 20 years, but your letter inspired me to come back. I need to start giving back to the college and do more for the college. And he goes, it was a wonderful experience, I needed to give back. And so that was a special memory. I coached for many years, so at homecoming, seeing a lot of my former players, that's important.
Good. And why is homecoming so important to Thomas More students, alumni, and members of the greater community?
Well, kind of what I was talking about is we have to take that time out to remember where we came from. If we don't understand our history and know our history, then we're really not going to know where we need to go in the future. And so that's a big part of it, is reliving that past. But the other part is an attitude of gratitude. We need to thank those who had such an impact in our lives and educated us, allowed us to go out and do the things that we wanted to do. And homecoming is a great time to come back and thank those people. And again, in our Alumni Association Awards on Sunday, we saw a lot of that, and it was very special, a very special day.
Okay, and now after our homecoming has ended, do you have any ideas how to make future Thomas More homecoming celebrations more appealing to students and alumni?
We're actually going to talk about that in our President's Cabinet meeting today. I do have some ideas and some thoughts. I thought our staff did a wonderful job in presenting an excellent weekend despite the weather. Normally with the clergy around, we always have great weather, so I think they were busy or something. But the football team certainly, actually we had 5 athletic contests that weekend, and we went 4-1. It worked out very well. But I think that there's some things we can improve on. I'd like to see more activities with the alums and the students. If we can bring some of the alums and students together, I think that would be good. But we have a very special homecoming here.
And what do you feel is the best part of homecoming?
For me as president is hearing all the stories of all the alums coming back. And I was talking to some alums from the 40s and the 50s, and they were telling me about some special stories when the college, Villa Madonna College down in Covington. And I actually had an opportunity to talk to some young men who graduated from Thomas More who I actually coached against. And so we had some fun discussions about that. They were talking about how they were nationally ranked, and my team, we beat them at our place at Teal College, and they said that, yeah, we laid an egg that day. And I said, well, guys, I really think it was great coaching. And so we agreed that it was somewhere in the middle was probably the truth.
And so after interacting with the community, could you describe Thomas More College in one word?
You know, that's a great question, but I'm going to use 2 words, I think. And that would be welcoming and faithful. Those would be the 2 words I would describe the Thomas More College community that I have met so far. In my 100 days, actually, I think today's the 100th day. And it's welcoming and faithful. Everyone's been so welcoming and so wonderful, and it brought me in. And then just the fact that we're a faith-based school and we're one of 10 diocesan colleges in the country, and that God is a central part of what we do, that's been very impressive to me.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Go Saints! Go Saints! Go Saints! Go Saints! Go Saints! Yeah. Go Saints!
Go Saints!
Go Saints! Go Saints!
Go Saints!
Go Saints! Go Saints!
Go Saints!
Go Saints!